1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And as we continue to make our approach from waypoint 1 to waypoint 2 and make our final approach, a couple of things will happen that you might hear over. Oh, and here we are getting our very first views inside of the Dragon Endeavour. The crew there is suited up, as you can see. They're just continuing to monitor the screens on board Dragon. This is an automated process, but the crew can take over if needed up to a point right before docking called CHOP. You'll hear that called out, and that's the crew hands-off period. And from that point on, it is a fully automated docking.
And it may be hard to tell what's on your screen, but right now this is a view from Dragon looking at the space station as it is making its way to waypoint 2. Again, that will align Dragon with the docking adapter on the space station. And
it looks like we are getting a space selfie. You gotta capture the moment.
That is excellent.
How special.
Houston and Hawthorne have pulled go for docking. Confirm you are ready for approach 2. We are sending the approach allowed flag now.
We see the approach allowed flag to true, and we're closing visors.
Copy, visors closed, and one additional reminder, once Dragon is inside the crew hands-off points, retreat and breakout are not permitted.
Copy, 4 visors closed.
And we just heard confirmation that both the NASA and SpaceX teams have pulled go for docking, and the crew aboard
Station
the
Houston on a
Dragon
big
Endeavour
loop.
spacecraft.
Dragon is on final approach and is go for docking. Monitor per steps 5 and 6 in 1.102. Dragon approach and retreat monitoring.
Station copies monitoring per steps 5 and 6 of Dragon approach and retreat monitoring.
Meters.
Copy, 15 meters.
So you did hear that call out that Dragon is now less than 15 meters away from the International Space Station, continuing to close in slowly. We'll hear that call out for CHOP, crew hands off point 2 meters before contact. Now approaching 10 meters away from the International Space Station.
Meters.
Copy, 5 meters.
Should hear the call out for CHOP shortly.
Meters.
Copy, 2 meters and hands off.
And there was that call. Standing by for contact and capture.
1 meter.
Copy, 1 meter. Soft capture confirmed.
And contact confirm. Dragon made contact with the International Space Station at 11:28 p.m. Pacific while flying central over the North Atlantic Ocean just east of Newfoundland.
And there are still a few steps to complete before Dragon is securely attached to the station. Again, we do have soft capture, but then we will retract that soft capture ring. Then we can start driving in the hard capture hooks. Again, there will be 2 sets of 6 hooks each. Once those hooks...
Ring retraction in progress.
There's that call out that the soft capture ring is now being retracted. And then shortly we should hear that the first 6 hooks will begin to drive in for that hard capture.
And here we are getting live views inside Dragon. You can see that the crew has removed their suits and are in their blue flight suits awaiting hatch opening. At the top of your screen, you can see NASA astronaut Jeannette Epps. And down toward the bottom of the screen, on the left side, we have NASA astronaut Michael Barratt, and to his right, we have NASA astronaut Matthew Dominick, and we can also see Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Grebenkin. Following a docking earlier this morning at 1:28 a.m. Central, 2:28 a.m. Eastern Time, we have worked through the hatch opening procedures, including the vestibule pressurization. And now we are standing by for Crew-8 to come aboard.
Copy, hatch open.
And now you are seeing a live view inside the Dragon Endeavour spacecraft. You can see the SpaceX suits that the Crew-8 crew members were wearing for the docking operations, as well as for launch on Sunday, March 3rd. Crew-8 is currently standing by, and they will be ingressing into the International Space Station just a short time from now. And there we can see Crew-8 being joyfully welcomed aboard the International Space Station. First aboard was NASA astronaut Matthew Dominick, followed behind him NASA astronaut Michael Barratt and NASA astronaut Jeannette Epps. And pulling up the end, we have Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Grebenkin. The Crew-8 astronauts now officially a part of Expedition 70, and the other Expedition 70 crew members giving them hugs and handshakes as they make their way onto the International Space Station, which will be their home for the next 6 months as they conduct important science and research. With Crew-8 officially on board, we're now just standing by for some welcoming remarks from the crew. We are in another brief but expected handover period between satellites, and we should get views back of the International Space Station in just a minute. The Tracking and Data Relay Satellite System is NASA's network of specialized communication satellites, and these satellites relay signals between spacecraft, including the International Space Station and ground control stations on Earth. Once we get communication back with the International Space Station, that welcoming ceremony with Crew-8 and the rest of the Expedition 70 crew will begin.
Station, this is Houston on Space to Ground 2. Are you ready for the event? All right, let's roll. All right, stand by, stand by. Hey, Andy, sorry about that. Can you give us a little count on the microphone? We weren't getting the audio down here. Check. Okay, just another quick count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, 11, 12, 13, we're ready to roll.
Excellent. A big warm welcome to Crew-8 from all of us up here. Wouldn't you know it, after having made fun of Crew-8 for launching late, they arrive early to the space station and have us scrambling this morning. But it's absolutely fantastic to see their smiling faces. Welcome to space, Matt, Jeannette, and Alex, and welcome back to space to Mike. This is also for Crew 7 a slightly bittersweet moment, because with their arrival, it also starts the countdown to our own departure and return to Earth in about a week's time. But it's great to see Crew-8. Welcome. You guys are going to have a fantastic mission. I'm sure of it. And we look forward to spending the next week in space with you. And for Laurel, Oleg, and Nikolai, there you are. A few more weeks. But welcome to you, and I'll pass the mic to you, Matt.
Thank you so much. We are, of course, super excited to be here, and after we saw you call us out yesterday, we phoned a few friends to expedite things to kind of throw you off guard on purpose. Or so we hope, or wished. Anyway, we're so excited to be here. Big thank you to everyone who helped put this together, such a giant team around the world. And we're excited to be on board and ready to take over the watch. Over to you, Mike.
Well, first thing is just great to be back. There's such a sense of familiarity and homeness to the station. And can't wait to get back to work, but just a big shout out to all the folks who got us up here to NASA, our friends at SpaceX for building a great little spaceship, and a little taste of the flexibility this morning that we'll be expecting over the next 6 months. I know that our flight's going to go by in a blink of an eye, and really anxious to start. Thanks for the very warm welcome from Crew 7.
I second everything that Matt and Mike has said, and I just want to thank my family as well for being patient with me, and I made it here.
Всем привет с орбиты. Ну что, мы добрались. Полет был достаточно легким, поэтому надеюсь, что и продолжение будет подобным. Всем спасибо и всем передаю большой привет. Thanks a lot, all teams.
Well, once again, welcome to the International Space Station. This is an incredible place. You will have a great time up here just like we did. We are doing so much exciting science at the moment, and we look forward to introducing you to all of it. So once again, welcome, Crew-8.
All right, thanks, Station, for all of that. I can tell you on behalf of us that are left here on the planet, we are incredibly proud to be part of this, and we're all smiling down here. All right, Station, we are now resuming operational communications.
And there you have it. Crew-8 is officially on board the International Space Station and welcomed by the Expedition 70 crew, bringing the current space station population to 11 for the next few days. Crew-8 began their journey to the orbiting laboratory following a liftoff at 9:53 p.m. Central, 10:53 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, March 3rd from Launch Pad 39A at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida atop a Falcon 9 rocket. Following orbital insertion, the Dragon vehicle carrying Crew-8 completed a series of automatic maneuvers to guide the spacecraft to the forward-facing port of the station's Harmony module. Dragon Endeavour and its 4-person crew of NASA astronauts Matthew Dominick, Michael Barratt, and Jeannette Epps, and Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Grebenkin docked to the International Space Station at 1:28 a.m. Central, 2:28 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday, March 5th, as the space station and Dragon were traveling over the North Atlantic, just east of Newfoundland. Once the vestibule was pressurized and a series of leak checks were performed, the hatches were opened and Crew-8 was officially welcomed aboard the International Space Station, where they will spend the next 6 months docked to the orbiting laboratory, conducting new scientific research and experiments. Thank you for joining us for our Crew-8 coverage this morning. Go NASA, go SpaceX, and go Crew-8. This is Mission Control Houston.
Thanks for joining us on this journey through the cosmos. Subscribe for more space wonders. Please like and share the video and press the bell icon. Leave a comment below and tell us what space mystery you'd like us to explore next. Did you know? SpaceX Crew-8 is the 8th crewed operational NASA commercial crew flight and the 13th over all crewed orbital flight of a crewed Dragon spacecraft. Stay curious and see you next time on Space Wonders 319.